Just a heads up, ladies and gentlemen, this is a new Going for Controller segment with my boy Ceeja Brice. Keep in mind that the audio on his end is kind of wonky. I did my best to fix it as best as possible, but we're going to work with what we can. I understand that my subjects are limited in the tech and situations that they are in. They can't really utilize the high end stuff. So on my end, it's on me to make the quality better so you can hit them as best as possible. So please enjoy the program. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Beast Gamer Kuma here with ShadowJin himself. Ceeja, what's up, man?
What's good? Not much. How you doing, brother?
Trying to live the dream, man. Making that cream. You know how it is. For you young folks, cream is cash rules everything around me. So nobody uses that term that much anymore. So it's kind of funny. Get the money. So you know how it is. We have Born with a Controller. We talk about your origin story or how you became a gamer. We're just gonna get on something real easy, getting smooth. Might get a little bit critical, but don't even worry about it. We're gonna keep it light and fluffy.
That's cool.
You know what I'm saying? Is it hot over there? Cause you got the water, you all pumped up. You got the PlayStation Japanese shirt. You look ready. You ready?
I'm ready. It's not too hot right now. We got maybe 2 more weeks before summer hits us early, and
yeah, man, that's gonna be nuts. But hey, we're gamers. We know how to keep cool while we maintain. You know what I'm saying? So, what is your first memory as a gamer?
My first memory, I would have to say, Sega Genesis, and there were 3 games that I had a choice from, and ironically, these 3 became favorites. So we had Mortal Kombat, we had Street Fighter 2 Turbo Edition, and Sonic. That was my intro to video games as a kid, and I think that was maybe at the age of 3. So yeah,
those are all 3. Damn, 3 years old. You started young.
Yes, sir.
Out of those 3, which one was your favorite though?
It's tough because it was very tough because it's if I wanted to play something by myself, of course, Sonic. If I wanted to play something with my brother, we had Mortal Kombat. He wasn't really a Street Fighter person. I was. I really liked it. What was that? I think it was Street Fighter 2 Super Turbo, where you had Fei Long, Cammy, T-Hawk, and I was like, yo, these characters are cool. And I was like, I gotta play Fei Long. I gotta Bruce Lee. I grew up on Bruce Lee movies. So I was like, I gotta play Fei Long. I stopped playing him.
So would you say you like more of the challenging characters and then the regular Shoto characters?
I think for me at that point in time, I think it was just whoever I like. If I like them, I'm gonna play them. I didn't really care about any of that. I was like, yo, this guy looks like Bruce Lee. This is dope. Oh, this dude goes fireball. That's dope. So it was just it was a whole new thing. As I got older, that evolved a bit.
I got you. We'll get into that shortly. So you mentioned you had a brother. So were you the player 1 or you the player 2?
I was the player 1.
Oh, I was always really.
Yeah.
Are you the older brother or you the younger brother? How did it work?
I'm the older.
Oh, so that makes sense. Damn.
So there's me, there's my brother, and then there's my little sister.
Oh, snap. Are you all gamers?
To some extent.
Okay.
My sister, she games, but the only game she plays is Animal Crossing, Sims.
Ain't
It's
nothing
still
wrong with that.
gaming.
It's still gaming.
No,
Yeah, that ain't it. So were you and your brother like competitive, or it just was like light, like you was just teaching them the ropes?
it was more like we didn't really get competitive until we got older and we're
Mm-hmm.
playing Tekken.
Uh-oh.
So it was like around, I want to say it was like Tekken 5. Tekken 5,
Mm,
Tekken 4 was when it got real competitive. Um,
gotcha.
yeah,
All right,
yeah.
so
He,
circle
he
back a
got me.
bit. Circle back a bit.
Hmm.
So, what was the first game you conquered solo? Like it was your game, did it. I accomplished it. I saw the credits roll.
Um, I can't really count fighting games because you do it so many times with people's different story endings.
Yeah.
But I would say Mortal Kombat was probably one of the ones that I did that where it was like, yeah, I beat Goro, I beat Shang Tsung. But as far as like a game like that, I would say it has to be Banjo
It could be any
Kazooie.
game. Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, it could have been any game, but it's like mostly to think about what was that game that you decided that, yup, this is going to be me. This is how I'm going to be a gamer. This is the game that made me know that I'm going to be a gamer.
Um, that's a really good question because it's weird because it wasn't just one game that made me go, "Oh, this is it." Like it was a bunch of different games. I will say one game that got me really interested when I was a kid. And I wasn't the one playing it. I was watching somebody else play it. Was Metal Gear Solid on PlayStation. That impacted me a bit because it was like it took me out of the realm of like okay what I normally know, and I was just like, this is huge. This is dope. It's challenging, but it's really good. It's not only that, but it's got a for a kid my age at that time, the story was too complex, so I didn't understand. Now I'm just like, he was ahead. Kojima was ahead of his time.
You
I'm
ain't
like, oh,
lying
this
about
man is
that.
amazing.
You ain't lying about
Mm-mm.
that. Like, I ain't gonna lie. When I saw the anime High Score Girl, I don't know if you ever saw it.
Uh-huh.
I don't know
Yeah.
why I thought about you being that kid growing up with the games and stuff like that. I mean, I didn't really see myself that much. I only saw myself in the nostalgia of it, like going through all the different systems, especially when new fighting games came out. I felt that
Hmm.
nostalgia in all of us that it was definitely catered towards us fighting fans mostly.
Yeah, and I will say this. So here's the cool part. Where I grew up, I lived by a mall that was literally like 5, 10 minute walk. We had an arcade in there, and I spent a lot of time in that arcade playing fighting games. So I know the whole put your coin up, wait for your turn, wait for the next person, all that. So for me, when I saw that, because my girlfriend, she was at home and I'm out chilling, and she's like, "You gotta watch this," and she sent me a clip of High School Girl, and I said, "Don't watch it anymore. Wait till I come home. We're gonna watch this." And as a fan of fighting games, I was just like, "This was made with love. I love it." Like, not too many things that show that kind of love
Mm-hmm.
towards that field of like stuff that we play. Like even just video games in general. There's not a lot of things that give it that love. There's always some type of stereotype with it. Oh, the kid's playing video games is gonna rot his brain out. Nah, there's some cool stuff. There's cool stuff that happens. So like for me, watching that, I was like, nice. This the respect and deserved that it deserved and needed.
I agree. I felt
Like
like
it
it
went
really
in
hit
depth.
it definitely hit home where it hit the nostalgia and every little detail,
Yeah.
especially with Gal using turtling those players, trying to
Yeah.
get the Akuma, trying to get Akuma and end up with Brown Ryu if you didn't do the code right.
Yeah.
It hit all
Yeah.
the points and it hit every
And
fighting game, even some fighting games that I never even got to try. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. But when it comes down
yeah.
to you and the different generations of consoles, let's
Mhm.
take it back. All right, so you said you had Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
Was that your favorite console? Did you switch it up? Like, what was your favorite consoles through the ages?
I mean, look. There's only one console, okay? And I don't, maybe it's not for everybody, but there's one console that we all know just kind of blew everything out the water, and that's the PlayStation 2.
We
We got
listen and
some
we don't
great,
judge.
we got some of the
Stop.
greatest hits and some of the greatest games and series that came from the PS2 era.
I mean, like we listen and we don't judge.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, look at Devil
You
May
ain't wrong though. You ain't
Cry,
wrong. You ain't
Kingdom
wrong.
Hearts.
You ain't wrong. But no, this is the thing is that you got your personal preference. That is fine. That is
Yeah,
okay. I get where you're coming from with it. Trust me. So, what was the first console that you didn't need your parents to buy? You just bought it on your own. You had your first money. What was the first console you ever owned on your own?
I think it's funny you say that because we got an Xbox 360 for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Years later, I ended up working in a game store. Of course, they had the 360 Slim and all the different ones. I took the Xbox that we had, traded in, got a little bit, and I bought the Halo 4 edition, 360 Slim.
Ooh,
Yeah, with the light blue
nice.
and the see-through.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
That
wasn't
was
even
nice.
a Halo fan at that time. I was just like, yo, this looks cool. I need it. And sure
So
enough, I had it.
that's the funny part. What was your way in to get like? All right. So, did you ever have a PS3?
Yeah, I had a PS3 as well.
Okay. All right. So you had both consoles.
Yeah.
So what would you say
Yes,
weighed in? What you played more?
Xbox.
Really? Okay. All right. What made you do
Mhm.
that?
Um, I just so the PlayStation was even though we all had it, it was more so like my brother and my sisters.
Yeah.
The Xbox, I was playing online. I had more friends online,
Mm-hmm.
so it was just for me. It was just easier. Not only that, I don't know what it was. Something about PS3 kind of
Rubbed
it
you the wrong way.
hit inside for me. Yeah, it didn't make me go, oh, this is the best thing ever.
Um,
It didn't hit like that. For some odd reason though, Xbox, I was
yeah.
like, yeah, this is it. But then again, I didn't have the original Xbox, so that would
Okay.
probably make sense of the way.
Okay, that makes sense. All right. So going into your whole, I want to say your whole walkabout. I feel like I'm putting you in this whole setting where you're like Ryu walking the streets, going to different tournaments. Tournaments. What was your first actual tournament and what
Oh,
game?
so the first actual, so let me see, the first actual tournament I was in, it was the store for Mortal Kombat 9. And a buddy of mine, like my best friend, he was like, yo, we should enter this. And I'm like, all right, let's try it out. Let's see what happens. I got second place.
Oh, who's your main?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I played a little bit of everybody, but I think for the tournament, I settled on Liu Kang. Liu Kang had this ridiculous juggle that could go
Mm-hmm.
from one side of the screen to the other one if you did it correct, and it took out at least like 70% of your health.
Wow.
So I mastered that, and I was just like, it was him, and it was Smoke.
Oh, see, you nasty with it. All right, you smoking. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. I respect that. I respect that.
And
So that
then
was your gateway,
years
huh? And
later,
after that, you was just like, I'm going to hit up tournaments.
oh, it was more so because at that time it was local, so it wasn't
Yeah,
anywhere like not only that, but it was like 10 minutes away from me because it was at the mall. So I was
yeah.
like, "Oh, this is cool. That's nice." I didn't actually start traveling until Killer Instinct came out.
So would you say that was your favorite game to tournament with?
Killer Instinct holds a very special place in my
Oh, do tell.
heart. Put it like this. So I got introduced to Killer Instinct at a young age. My uncle had it for Nintendo 64. So he had KI Gold
Mhm.
I'll never forget it because for some odd reason, this cartridge was really weird. The controllers were plugged in, they wouldn't start up right. But if you had the controllers unplugged and then you start the game, it would start up. Just this one game.
Huh.
I never understood it. So I was like, all right, whatever. But I fell in love with it. I accidentally did a was it ultra with glaciers. And I remember I was like, how the hell did I do that? How did I do that? But he ended up giving me the game and then years went by and when they announced Killer Instinct, I was like, buy it.
Did they? Did they did it
Give me
justice?
Xbox. Okay.
Did they did it justice?
They they did so much with it that personally
Yeah,
I still hold Killer Instinct up here when it comes
makes
to other
sense.
fighting games. As far as creativity, as far as gameplay, as far as just designs, like
Hmm.
you don't find games like that. Like the game that's closest to that is like Darkstalkers.
Oh my god, somebody that's also a Darkstalkers fan like me.
Like
Ah,
that's the closest you'll get to another game that's like it, and it's very unique in a way where it's just like I don't know. It's just it's a very special game for me.
let's see. Yeah.
I Yes, so I did. I got to meet Iron Galaxy when I went to Evo.
Yeah.
Went to Evo. I want to say it was 2015 that I went to Evo.
Hmm.
Um, best best experience. I mean, when I tell usually tell people, I'm like, if you're a fighting game fan, go to one of these major tournaments. And if you have friends who aren't that big into it, take them with you because it's an experience that not many people get to understand. Like I have this funny correlation that I make between tournaments and anime
Yeah.
because every anime, well, just about almost every anime has a tournament arc.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
That is exactly what it's doing. So, like when for example, a good example, Yu Hakusho, when they do the tournament, right? Yeah, you got your buddies that you're there with. You guys are chatting it up. Everybody's playing somebody, and you're hoping the other one does good so you can see them in the final.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I feel like God of High School also gives that same kind of feeling. Either y'all
Out of
team up
high
together
school,
to like versus everybody, or you just
uh-huh.
go like 1v1 on everybody. It depends. But
Yep.
yeah, you're right. God of High School,
Yeah.
Hunter x Hunter.
Got high school, Hunter x Hunter, Yu Yu Hakusho, Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. All that
You,
training leading up to that
yeah,
one
pretty
moment, right? Yeah.
yeah. That's no, that's literally exactly how it feels. It's weird to like look at it and be like, huh, this is interesting.
I
It
like that. I
really
like
does
that.
feel like that. And it's cool because like for me, like it pumps my adrenaline. It's an adrenaline pump because it's like you're in a tournament. You're not just playing casual. Any one mistake can cost you a match. Anything magically can happen, and I've had it happen to me, and I felt bad for some people.
Oh, give me an
I
example.
wish I had. Oh, this is the best example. So this is probably like the second big tournament I went to.
Yeah.
Uh we were playing. It was in I think it was Big East tournament, and it was I want to say it was winnable. It was winnable, and we were playing Ultra Street Fighter 4. In Ultra Street Fighter 4, I played Evil Ryu. My opponent was playing Adon. Uh, he did EX Jaguar kick.
Yeah.
So that's the move where he goes back and then comes down real fast. In the middle of that, in the midst of him coming towards me, that one split millisecond,
Yeah.
I got the input for Evil Ryu's Ultra, and it was the game. So it was like, Jaguar kick. It was like, and he flew right into it. I looked at the screen. I looked at the dude. Dude looked at me. My homie looked at me. My other homie was like, I was just like, there are things that I feel like that happen, and you're like, I'll never be able to pull that off again. Because like the amount of timing is ridiculous.
Felt like the
So that was a
adrenaline kicked
moment
in and
that
you got into the heat of the moment.
it was an anime moment.
Yep. Everything slow motion. You hit the inputs correctly that one time, and then boom, it just happened. You just like, oh.
You see the startup. He's like, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry.
That's why I
I
feel
mean,
like
I'm
Tekken
not gonna
gave
lie.
that. What? Go ahead.
Like, I've had moments where it's just like there are some things that weren't supposed to happen that happened, and you just look at the other person like, sorry. Like,
Yeah, you don't know
I
what to say
forgot.
after that. You just like,
You feel bad because you're like, damn. Because you
that's
know what
the.
it's like. You're like, damn. I'd be pretty tight too. I understand.
You feel like you
Like,
disrespected him, huh?
um, yeah, there were a couple of situations where I might have been a little disrespectful, uh, unknowingly. One situation I was in the middle of a tournament for Killer
Yeah,
Instinct. Mid
yeah.
match, my best friend calls me without thinking. I answer it
Oh no. Oh no,
while
you
I'm playing.
didn't. So you got to give
I
off
won
the
that
impression
tournament.
that this guy ain't shit, so I can have a phone call.
Right, and I didn't mean to do that. I just thought it was an emergency.
Damn. So you
And
just like on the
I'm
phone
playing
talking, you
through a
just
phone
like,
call. I'm playing through a phone call, and I win,
I
and
know
I
this
make it to the
tight,
final. Yeah,
tight.
no, this person is really tight, and I don't blame him, but I didn't. I told him it was like I meant no disrespect. I just thought it was an emergency, so my bad. But yeah, no, he was a little tight because I went on and I won the tournament.
All right, so let's get it. We're gonna and ask the hard question. Like, have you ever dealt with any type of scrutiny or situation while being a fighting games player in the FTC? Like, what's in
Yeah,
the FTC that you do not condone or do not like?
um, there's a lot of shark mentality, and
Wait, yeah,
what I
explain
mean by
that.
that is if you're new, right, and some people are like this guy, he ain't that good. So you have good players who are watching and trying to pick out people, and then we'll ask them for a money match.
Are you fucking kidding me? Oh,
But
that's
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 diabolical.
it is diabolical. It is. Or sometimes they ask to play a first and 10 just to figure something out. But it's like it's interesting because once you realize that, you know how to psychologically battle that. So what I'll do, right? Because usually it's like first to five, you
Yeah,
fuck with them. You play up first, right? Now you got what is it, 2 rounds per match. So you
yeah.
figure that's 10 rounds. I got enough time to set this guy up, learn some stuff, and then kick his ass. So
So you're doing
what
a
I
bait and
did,
switch.
yes, yes. Because you know what it is? I'm not gonna lie. I'm very humble. So when
Yeah.
people are like, it sounds unhumbling to say that I'm humble, but I
Hmm.
know that I'm a very humble person. I'm not like I'm the best. I'm gonna beat everybody's ass. I'm taking first. No, I never go into any situation like that. I'm just like, we're gonna go in here. We're gonna do our best. And we're gonna see what we can do.
Okay.
So when people come up to me and I know that they have that mentality, I get this little smirk because I'm like, it's time to go to work. So like I'll let them win like maybe like the first 2 matches,
Yeah.
make them feel really good about themselves.
Yeah.
Maybe a third match, and then come back and take it off.
Dang. Damn.
You
What,
gotta.
what was
It's
what was like? Nah, continue. Finish what you saying. Finish your statement.
like a situation. So actually, the situation that I had that happen with me with was actually Winter Brawl, that same tournament.
Yeah,
Um, there was a player, and I remember his name for Killer Instinct. His name was Grief. Cool guy, cool guy. But first time I met him, and he wanted to money match and play. We played for only like $20. Not too big of a deal for me
okay.
at the time. And I was like, because the way I looked at it was like, well, this guy's a top 8 player. So for me, even if I lose, I'm still gaining some type of knowledge from this play.
Yeah.
So a win's a win. No matter how you look at it, how you take it, a win's a win. Whether it's you winning that knowledge or you winning the match. Um, but that was he came up with his boy, and his boy was like kind of like, I me too, like he's probably not that good. But he also played the same character I played, which was Wolf.
Yeah.
Um, but I didn't win, but I put up a hell of a fucking fight.
Okay.
So at that point, that changed his mind about everything about how I was as a player. And some people are a little rough around the edges at first, and then you get to meet them, and then you're like, oh, okay, whatever. And that's why it's so weird that when I say it, and it's so funny when people think it's so out of place. That's why I'm like, being in the FGC, it literally feels like an anime. You have those characters who you're like, I can't stand this cocky, arrogant asshole. And then our main character gets to meet them, and they're actually really cool. It's just a facade. So it's like you got a lot of people who do that. You also have a lot of personalities who quote unquote play a character.
Yeah.
Uh, this guy, he probably doesn't look at me like a rival or anything. I look at him as a rival for me
Yeah.
because we were the best players in Massachusetts. This player's name was Paul B, who also played Saberwolf. I was a great Saberwolf player. Great, great player. Well, first met the guy was cool, he was chill. But on his streams, he played the heel.
Oh, okay. I got you. But not like
Yes.
not
So,
like LTG Hill. He's more like more.
uh, no, not quite an asshole, but
Oh, okay.
still an asshole. Like,
But you know that he's playing a heel part. It's not like it's actually really his
right.
personality. Gotcha.
Exactly. And that was the funny thing because it was like there were like times where like I would I would stream snipe people playing Killer Instinct.
You would do.
I'd be like, oh, I see you playing Killer Instinct, you queuing up into rank? Me too. And surprisingly, that time I played a couple of people. Like I ran into him while he was streaming
Yeah.
and I beat him. And I just wanted to see his frustration. And I was just like,
So you kept
and
it
he was
friendly,
just
pretty
talking.
much.
Yeah, exactly. There was
Yeah.
shit. I even got to play Maximilian one time on his stream, playing
That
Killer
had to be
Instinct,
fun.
doing it.
That had to be fun.
It was very interesting because that video ended up making it on YouTube. So him playing my wolf against his thunder during like the beginning of the game is in there, and I was doing stuff, and he was like, "What the hell was that? What the hell? What the hell did I just get hit with? Holy shit, this guy's good."
You know I gotta
That
find
for
that
me was
video
a
now,
huge
right?
boost in confidence.
You know
I
I gotta
will
find that
find
video
it
now, right?
for you. I will find it
I,
for you.
I get that. So has there been any situation where you had to humble somebody? Like somebody was like too big for their britches and they had to be knocked down.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And
Oh
give me an example. Like you
yeah.
don't have to name names. Just give me an example of the situation.
Um, there was a situation where there was this dude that just actually, holy shit. This happened last July. Went to visit back home, and a buddy of mine took me to a tournament around Boston.
Yeah.
And there was this kid we were doing. It was a Street Fighter 6 tournament. I play Bison now. Um, and I'm a, I've always had this thing with Street Fighter where I'm above average and I can do very well and I can hold my own. But I've never pushed through into the upper echelon of like this guy's a fucking top tier player. I'm good enough to the point where I will upset people who think that they should be able to beat me. So people will look at me, think that they can beat me, and then I'll beat them, and they'll get mad because they underestimate me. And that's the beauty of it. I like doing it. So I mean, I've had that happen a lot, but like this particular situation, this dude decided he wanted to play me after the tournament, and thought he was going to find himself trying to coach me while talking shit. So I started beating his character, and then he actually pulled out his main character. Uh, I 11 and owed his character.
Oh, that's crazy. What character did he use?
What's her name? What's her name? What's her name? What's her name?
The Killer Instinct?
No, 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 no. Street Fighter Six.
Francis.
Ninja chick. I forgot her name. How
Oh,
did I
you talking
forget
about
her name?
Kimberly?
Yes.
Kimberly, okay. No, Kimberly's nasty.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Kimberly is nasty, but the problem was on launch. That's what everybody, like a lot of people were playing her. So I've had nothing but time to learn how this character works.
And
How
who
to
did you
play against
use?
this character. Bison.
Bison. That's right. You said you was a bison man. Yeah, I remember you was your bison's nasty. I'm scared of your bison. Your bison
I
mad scary.
This Bison allows me to play the way I think I've been on to play too. And
Yeah, you tapping into your
I,
darkness, man. Crazy.
hey, look, everybody has two sides. Which one you feed the most is the one that comes out more. When I play Bison, that's the one that comes out more.
I got you, yo. That's fair, but I'm glad you humbled that dude. I guess he was talking. He was like, I noticed that a lot of people don't use microphones in the game, but was there a mic situation? Like you heard him popping off, or like how did you
No, no, no. This was a
that
person.
engagement? Oh, this was in. Oh, my bad. Damn.
He was
So
sitting
he was
next
just
to me,
popping off. He was just popping off.
popping off, popping off, popping off. And he's like, yeah, see, look, like you're scared. You're not doing anything. And I'm this was like the switch, and part of me just it kind of like left. And then when he said that, I was like, I ain't fucking scared of nothing. Watch this. I literally said that while playing. I was like, I'm not fucking afraid of anything. Watch this. And put his ass in the blender. And my boy was like sitting in the back. He was like, God damn. Everybody was like, yo, isn't the tournament over? They were like, yeah, but this is the main event because we were just
Oh,
going. We were just going.
match. Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, oh yeah,
Damn.
I turned into an asshole. Because I
Damn.
got a few
No.
characters
You
on
had to do what you needed to do to bring somebody down to peg or two. That's how you're supposed to do it. That's how you're supposed to do it. Don't
and
be ashamed.
the funny thing was, he was definitely a bit younger than me. I know I look younger. It's like, genetics and whatnot. But like, this kid had to be like early 20s. And I'm like, still, brother, I've been playing fighting
Ooh.
games since before you were born.
Yo,
Like,
facts. Don't get it
the
twisted.
knowledge has been there.
Yeah, don't get it
Like,
twisted. So
don't
real
get it
talk.
twisted.
I remember you
Mhm.
mentioned your uncle. Was your uncle your inspiration to keep on going with video games, or you had a different type of mentor, personal interest that helped you out to feed your gaming interest?
I want to say honestly, it was thanks to him and my mom. Because my mom was a Mortal Kombat fan and a Tekken fan. So that's where that stems from.
Oh,
Ironically, my mom's two favorite characters were Jin and Harang. So
oh,
one of the tattoos that I have, most people look at it, they're like, "Oh, you got a Tekken tattoo." I'm like, it's not just a Tekken tattoo. It's like because I won't do names for tattoos,
yeah.
but I will put something that is very significant. And the tattoo is more of a homage to my mom.
Nice.
So this was my second
Nice.
craft. So I've had it for years. So when people are like, "You a gym player?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
They're like, "Wait, you played gym in every single one?" Yes, yes. I even played Devil Gym. Yes,
Oh
that
Lord.
is my
Oh
character.
man. Great though.
Hence the
That's
name
cool.
ShadowJin.
And you can, I can imagine they put that into the game. That'll be interesting. So you got Shadow J going
Like
now. You got Shadow Jin.
so, ironically, that's where that name comes from. Those two games.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So I took.
Damn.
I like how like Killer Instinct didn't have quote unquote. They didn't call it an EX meter. They called it Shadow meter.
Makes sense.
I was like, I like that. And then I was like, at the time I was playing that, and second tag too. There we go.
Okay. All right. So let me ask you this: if you had, there's going to be a
Mm-hmm.
two-part question to this question. Let's say you just got a blank check. Companies are talking
Uh-huh.
to you. What
Mm-hmm.
two fighting games you would make an amalgamation universe of? Like if you had
What
your
do
own choice of
I?
a versus.
Ooh, ooh,
Blank check,
uh,
no questions asked. Then you just get a team and you'll get it done. You have to pick the two games and what company you want them to make it.
oh, I think that's pretty easy. I would do Mortal Kombat versus Killer Instinct. That's that to me. That's a no brainer. That is not a no brainer.
Oh shit.
And as far as developer wise, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So bring back Iron Galaxy with another round two
So
to
that
help
means that
them.
you would have to give Killer Instinct players a fatality.
We already have those.
I mean,
They're called
yeah, you
Ultimate,
do. They'll,
but they're
yeah, they.
not. You know,
Well, you know
if
what I
the
mean.
game was
You know what I
rated
mean.
M for mature, I know what you mean. If the game was rated M for mature, I think the Ultimates would definitely basically be fatalities. Essentially, when you see these Ultimates, they are fatalities.
Yeah,
Like,
because you also have
like,
stage fatalities on Killer Instinct as well. Yeah.
oh yeah, exactly. So see what I mean? Plus,
The only thing I would request though,
mhm.
bring back Orchid's fatality from Killer Instinct 2, if you know the one I'm talking.
Isn't that for one? Actually,
Huh?
isn't that from the first one? Actually, yeah,
Oh, maybe it is. All I know is it's just a bam,
yeah,
and I'm.
yeah. Heart attack.
I know I'm
Like,
being a gooner
I
right now,
think
but still, that shit was funny.
no, I mean, it's funny. It's just like, damn. I mean, it's funny because like when you think about that, you had Killer Instinct that did that, and you have Mortal Kombat, Katana's Kiss.
Yeah, kiss of death. So it's like heart
Exactly.
attack. Yo, that's actually a great idea. No, I haven't never heard anybody say Killer Instinct in Mortal Kombat versus because
That's
the
also
actual universe would make sense.
also
Wow.
why the fuck have we never had a werewolf character in Mortal Kombat?
We had number what? Say it again.
We've never had a werewolf character in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I could see somebody arguing Nightwolf, but I was like, no, that don't count. That don't
No,
count.
no, no, that don't count. He's a shaman.
Yeah, he's animality, so it's like, nah, that don't count.
Like we got
Yo,
vampires, we got cyborgs, we
yeah,
got mutants,
why
we
they hate
got.
on my people?
So
Yo, that was,
if I can't make a werewolf character for Mortal Kombat, then we're doing Killer Instinct versus Mortal Kombat.
blank check. Damn. Okay. Part two to this question. What
Uh-huh.
franchise would you want to take over and make it, and how would you make it better? Yeah, that's a deep thought, ain't it?
Franchise that I would want to take and make it better.
If nobody could stop you to make the changes that you want, or matter of fact, make it better, revitalize.
Marvel vs. Capcom.
Wait, what?
Marvel vs. Capcom.
You want to take that over? You really wanted the responsibility?
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah! Give it
What
to
would you do different?
him. First of all, we're going back to 3v3.
Okay.
Second of all, we're gonna put the gems. We're gonna put the gems like we had in Marvel superheroes. Beat the shit out of them to make a gem pop out. That's how we do it. The random gem. It's the same playing field, but also um, the library of characters. That's what I'm more so interested in.
Okay.
We got characters from both sides that deserve to be in these series that has
Mhm.
never shown up in these series. Where the fuck is Daredevil?
You're reading my mind. You're reading my fucking mind.
Where the fuck is Leon?
What the fuck is Blade?
That too. Blade.
Leon Kennedy
Where
would be
is
nasty. He would be nasty. Damn.
yeah? Just saying. Just saying. Um, who else? Um, give me back. Give me the chick from Dino Crisis.
Oh,
You
I
want a
know what you're
gun
talking about.
character? There you go. You want a gun character? There you go. Um, give me. They just put her in. Was it Marvel Rivals? Give me Emma Frost.
Oh, wow. Jesus. What artist would you choose for, like, the art style would you choose for this game?
It's hard to choose the actual artist. I can tell you the type of art that I would choose. I would make it
Yeah,
more.
that's what I meant. I'm sorry. Art. Yeah, the art style.
Wise. Um, I don't want to go super realistic, but I don't want to go super comic-y, if that makes sense. I want a
That makes
mix
sense.
of a blend of both. Because if you go too over comic-y, you got a lot of things that show up on the screen, a lot of flashes, a lot of distracting shit. But you
So
want to bring
nothing
it
like
down so that
Dragon Ball
way,
Fighters.
right, right. Not in the sense of Dragon Ball Fighters.
Okay.
I would say honestly a more toned up. Actually, I wouldn't mind doing it in Street Fighter Six's engine.
You know, that's not bad actually. That's not a bad engine to use. It's actually a subtle engine. That's not bad. I'll be okay with that.
It's very subtle. You can still make it look comic-y,
Yeah.
but not have it look weird, but also look a little bit realistic. Like, oh damn, this is what Cyclops would look like in this engine. Holy shit! Like shit like that. But like,
Nah, I feel that.
I would bring back characters and then bring in more characters that we haven't even had the time or chance to see. Like, and that's what kind of pissed me off about Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. They
Yeah.
had the brought back some characters that look really great. I thought the game, by the time Venom came out,
Hmm.
who I think is probably the best looking character in the game, aesthetically and everything. By that time, I was like, this game is bad. It has some issues, but that's not to say that they can't be fixed over time. They fixed they fixed Kennedy's face and Dante looking like a crackhead. They fixed that at least. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. Yeah, they did my boy dirty. I'm like, yo, Dante, have you not had any jobs lately? What's going on, bro?
It's
But
fucking
like,
funny.
that that game, that's a whole other subject. But I feel like the people killed that game before I
Yeah.
had a chance to actually
Don't even get me
turn
started
into
on
what
the
it was.
collector's edition. Those gems look at ass.
Oh my god, who you telling? For Infinity
I
Eggs?
remember you got it. I remember you got it. I was so pissed because
Oh,
the image that they showed was not the same image when you got the damn gems, and they look like freaking Easter eggs.
so you know what's funny? Because I got disappointed in this, that's what inspired me to make my Infinity Fight stick.
Really?
So I don't know. I'll probably post it a couple of times. I'll send you another photo of it.
Yeah, no
But
problem.
my fight stick is the artwork of Infinity War, like the movie.
Yeah.
But I have the stones as buttons. So each of the and they light up.
Damn.
So
Yeah, I
I
definitely
made
need a
it.
picture of that.
I did definitely go full Thanos and was like, if I can't have one, I'll make one myself.
That makes
Ended
sense.
up happening, and I still have it. I still use it. It's my Xbox stick. I use it, but yeah,
Ain't no wrong with that. That's badass. But yo,
so
Ceeja,
I would
dude,
do
thank
that
you
one.
for sitting with us, man. I want you to give your final thoughts to future gamers or current gamers right now. What praise or words of wisdom that you want to give to future and current gamers right
I would say, especially in this day and age, do not listen to what everybody says about a game that you might be interested in. Um, you got a lot of people who hate just to hate. Play what you like, play what you love, and enjoy what you love. Because the best things in life come from the things that you enjoy the most.
now?
And I
Damn,
think that's what I would have to say.
great stuff. Yo, be sure to check out my boy ShadowJin on all his socials. I'm gonna link them in the description below. Make sure you follow his. You got a YouTube channel, right? You got all that, right?
I do have I got all that. I'm going through, so my YouTube channel is going through a bit of a rebirth.
Okay.
Bit of a rebirth. We have it, we have stuff on it, but there hasn't been much content. So we're clipping stuff from Twitch. We're gonna be making content. At some point, I am going to try to stream from YouTube because
Mm-hmm.
right now, at the moment, I'm only using my system to be streaming. So PlayStation has YouTube, so I'm gonna try to see how that works. But yeah, there's some things coming. I got some things coming, some things that I'm working on, some future projects, and then some stuff coming up soon. So like right now, as far as like stream goes, I've been doing a little bit of a celebration for Devil May Cry
There you
because it was
go.
released on Netflix, which is a hell of a show. So I am playing Devil May Cry 1 through 5 in chronological order. We're still on 3. So you guys want to tune in later on tonight? I think it's like what 7:30 my time, 10:30 your guys' time. I'll be streaming Devil May Cry 3. We're gonna kick some more Virgil's ass, and then we're gonna get through it, and we're gonna do the other
Damn right.
stories. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. As far as the special goes, um, and then normally fighting games, I'm gonna try to add some other stuff in there. But we're also gonna add some talk sessions, some just chat, some video game talk. So I would love to do that. Get people to come in, watch, get involved. You guys ever come into my channel and you see me streaming, get involved, talk to me. I love to talk to you guys. That's what I'm here
You heard it here, y'all. You heard it. That's right. Make sure you follow this man on all his stuff. He's gonna be doing great things. He's gonna keep on doing great things. And then we're gonna check out your
for.
DMC playthrough later on today. Ladies and gentlemen, that's our segment for right now. But if you want to be interviewed by this beast, just let me know. Hit me in the DMs, hit me in the emails. Check us out. Other than that, hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure you follow Ceeja, ShadowJin, do his thing. As always, beast out.
Yeah, guys.
Feeling in my soul.